So I had a request from one of my 6 loyal YouTube fans, no actually I think I only have 3, about how you convert this front area in the bus to sleep more people. And it's been a long time since I've had it cleaned up well enough to do that. So today I'll give you the tour on how this area converts to sleep up to 10 people and counting a couple of kids. Alright, so the first step really is to take the table off. And it has a retracting leg that folds up, and it has a hook on the wall there that you can see is on this part of the table. So it stores behind the 2 front seats here on this rack that I made for it. And the only problem with this rack right now is that these new vents that I put in kind of get in the way a little bit, and I might adjust the corner down there, but you can see here the rack, and I got the table and the trash can. There you go. You can see the rack, and it just has a tab inside there that holds it in. But there it goes. It slides in like that, and so it stores there. And you can still recline the seat. The only problem is if you have it stored back here, it blocks the air conditioning vents. But anyway, that's the first step. The front seat flips around, and so there are 2 thumb screws underneath it here that you have to undo, and you just do the one in the front and the one in the back. So now we've removed the table and we've undone the thumb screws, and the chair basically just lifts off of the hooks on the other side, and there's a rack on the bottom. Of course I have the seat belt wrapped around here, which I forgot about. We use that sometimes with our grandkids. Anyway, so you just spin it around. Here are the 2 little tabs that it hooks into. And it is a little bit hard to get lined up, but it's not really impossible. You kind of get a hang for it after a while. So there it's in. And you put the thumb screws in like that. And you have 2 forward-facing seats, and then there's this platform that folds down and keeps you from falling down the hole in the floor. So there's this platform that unfolds like this, locks in down here for a brace, and then it folds down. There's a tab up in the front and gives you a flat floor. I'll show you that from this angle here. So that's pretty much it. I know the carpet's old. It needs to be replaced. Mob's coming back in though. Anyway, so that's how that platform works. Next I'll show you the pull-out sofa. So the pull-out sofa is really pretty easy. It just has 4 casters on it. They're on a track, and they kind of fit into a tab that holds the thing in where it is. I'll show you that in a second. But what's cool about it, and one thing I really hate, is when you get into a RV at the RV show or whatever, and you sit on the sofa is typically just square, okay? Has a flat bottom and a straight back, and you're sitting there like this, and it's really uncomfortable. You can't get comfortable. This is a really comfortable sofa, and the reason is that the back drops down so your butt is lower, and the back is angled. So it's a really comfortable sofa to just sit on. But to get it out, you just simply pull this out, and when you do, you'll notice that the sofa seats go flat. And the way I did that was to make this track that rides on a tab here, and the bottom of the sofa seats is hinged, and so you essentially just drop the front of it down when you pull the whole thing out, and that makes this flat. I originally was just going to let people sleep here like this, with one up and one down, but then we discovered that if you did this and pushed it in a little bit, that you had a really nice double bed, and so it's actually pretty comfortable. So that's how we do that. And as you can see, the back is angled. I'll get to climb through here and get this and show you. The back is angled, and that gives you a nice comfortable place to sit. Now the last position that we have is with this pulled out and the table dropped down on short legs, and you take these cushions and put them in here, and then you'd have one sleeping up, one sleeping down, and you can have two kids sleeping this in here when the table is in the bottom and the chairs are facing each other. Before I slide this in, I thought I'd give you one close-up look at this track that the tabs ride on that lower the front of the seat when you pull it out. And then you just push it in and it locks in. All there is to it. Going the other way is pretty much the same thing. Lift it up out of the tabs. Turn it around. Get it lined up. There it goes. Sometimes it's not as easy to get. There it goes. Get it lined up. Put your thumb screws in. Alright, the last position is for little kids if you have another family with you and you have extra kids. And it's with the table underneath in its normal spot but lowered, and the cushions across the seats here. Not the most comfortable thing, but kids will sleep any place. And then you again would pull this out like we did previously, and you could sleep two here, and two in each of the bunk beds. Well, it's dark. Anyway, two in each of the bunk beds and two in the master bed, and that sleeps 10.